Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brian. I'm an English antique dealer living in Normandy in France, and we are just going to show you a few of the things that we picked up on our travels this week. We're starting this week with this fabulous old scoop. Now this could be for flour or possibly for grain. What do you think, Tracy?
I think probably grain.
You think grain, do you?
It does have residue of starch or flour in the
Come
on
in
the
there.
inside.
Can you see that? It's got some kind of residue there.
I think it's probably grain, because grain does have you can get like a floury residue, can't you?
Either way, it's fabulous old bit, all hand carved, that handle all carved out of one piece. It's a large piece. I think it's probably made out of some kind of fruit wood, I would think, like an apple wood or something. But it's really...
It's got lovely colour too,
it's lovely patination over the years. It's at least 19th century. I actually think this could be earlier. Could even be 18th century.
It's probably the oldest one we've come across, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is really old. There is a break to the handle, I think. There has been at some
Slight
point.
slight cracking there.
It's been repaired, hasn't
around
it?
the front there, it's all been worn down over the years with use.
As you would expect.
Being Normandy,
really,
it could have been being used last week, couldn't it? You don't know, do you?
For such a rustic piece, it's lovely, yeah.
We saw
It's
a
very
piece
nice.
actually very similar that said from the Alps. Now, whether that's from the Alps originally, I don't know. If anyone knows, let us know. But,
Well, I suppose that the thing is, everyone uses grain.
yeah,
You know, if you've got livestock, which most rural areas in France are going to have, then you're going to have grain scoops.
yeah.
You're going to have
Beautiful.
flour scoops for mills, aren't you?
But I mean, you can't replicate that patination of wear over the years, where so many hands have held that and used it for hundreds of years. Lovely old piece. Splendid in the kitchen, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, there we go. Right, that's that. I just thought I'd show you these this week. Spot the difference here. There we go. It's a pair of 19th century candlesticks. Can you spot the difference? The difference is Tracy's cleaned that one, and he hasn't got round to cleaning that one, have you?
No, because I wanted to show people what you bring me and say, can you clean that?
Yeah, Tracy enjoys the cleaning. I don't enjoy the cleaning.
I enjoy the after bits.
It does a good job though.
Please don't try and insinuate to anyone that I enjoy housework, for that would not be true.
That would be a total lie, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But you can see that's come up lovely, hasn't it? These are in brass.
It hasn't actually stripped it. It's just
I mean,
the one on the right, as you're looking at it, is actually dirty.
Yeah.
That's not a case of patina on there. It's
Yeah, often people
They are
say
very dirty.
with antiques don't polish brass, but I think when you look at that, you've got to clean it.
can't put that in the house.
You've got to polish that up, haven't you? You know, you've got to.
Well, the other thing is, with brass or copper, you clean them, and as we all know, people who have brass and copper, we all know that within a week it's already showing signs of discoloration. I mean, if you want them to have that really deep patina, then don't strip them back with harsh abrasives. Well, never use harsh abrasives on them, but don't strip them back too far. Just wash them with soapy water, and that's what you'll have. That will be fine.
But these are brass. I mean, with bronze, you get old bronzes and bronze statues.
Oh gosh, yeah, never touch those.
And the bronze statues always go brown over the years, and you just never polish those back to the shine. You always leave them in the brown, don't you? Yeah.
I think
Anyway,
the thing is, in the day, things like brass and copper candlesticks would have been polished. They would not have been left
no, that's right.
on the side minging. They would have been polished.
Because when I'd be at the posh house, you would be
As a servant,
you would be as a servant cleaning my
not.
candlesticks, wouldn't you?
no.
Yeah, there you go. Pair of 19th century candlesticks, half cleaned by Tracy. It's a little job for you this afternoon, Trace.
I've got enough to do, thanks.
Right. Little painting. This is a fabulous little painting, this one. You getting that? You see? Yeah, this, as you can see, this little oil on board. It's on board. Probably dates to mid-century, I would think. And I just caught my eye. It's such a beautiful little painting. Very talented artist. You can see how he's got the light working in that picture. It really draws you in. You feel like you're there, don't you, Tracy? It's lovely. Lovely little painting. It's got a signature there. Can you see that? Can you come in?
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know. Can you read it? I did try to look this up. I couldn't find the artist.
Bouvet.
Bouvet.
B. Bouvet.
B. Bouvet. Yeah, I did try to look up the artist. I couldn't find any information there, but a really talented artist. Lovely painting. Beautiful little piece. Wants a nice little gilt frame on that, and it's good to go. Okay, that's that one. Now Tracy's going to moan at me now, really moan at me because I brought this.
For a change?
I brought this out. She said, "Don't bring that out. Don't you dare bring that out because it needs a clean." I know, but you know it's in the raw, isn't it? It's how we buy these things. Another thing for Tracy to clean. But lovely little Art Nouveau in plaster, little statuette, little bust here of a little girl. I think that's quite charming. And it says on the front there, can you read that? Dede? Dede? D-E-D-E?
I'm not sure. What
It's got a number on the back and a CF. Oh, there's a signature there actually. Signature? I don't think I can. Can you read that?
F. Looks like C-I-T-T-Y. Possibly, I'm not sure.
We'll have to look into that.
Oh, double L it will be, I think. C-I,
Yeah.
Silly.
Sealy, yeah. We'll have to. I've only just got this. This needs a clean, so we'll have to look that up, find out the signature. But charming little piece. Really lovely.
The colours
little,
are nice, very muted, aren't they?
Yeah, probably dates to around 1910, I would think. Sort of the end of that Art Nouveau period. Lovely little statuette bust. Okay, now we bought this little box. Now we didn't buy this for the box. Actually bought this for the contents. And this is what we've got in here. A load of old glasses and pince-nez. Now the reason we bought this is for these glasses. These are little...
Is that amber tinted or green?
No,
because
it's green.
On the screen they're looking amber.
Are they?
Yeah, but I think they are green. Hold them against something white.
Hey?
Yeah, it's like a... Yeah, they are definitely green.
Green. I'm going to try...
It's like an olive green though, isn't
I'm
it?
going to try and put them on.
Be careful.
They're very... how's that?
You look
Cool?
like... I wouldn't say cool, I'd say more... Who was the
Idiot?
guy with the dee-dee-diddly-dee-dee-dee music?
Benny Hill?
Yeah, he looked more like Benny Hill.
Yeah.
He don't quite look...
Not cool.
Not quite as cool as Thomas Shelby. Yeah,
No,
more like
Benny Hill. But I'll tell you what, they're
very green actually when they're on. They're really olive green.
They're sunglasses though. They're not
They're
prescription.
not. No, these could actually be worn because they are.
Quite
You need
good.
a narrower face than yours though, and smaller head.
Doesn't work on a big face.
No, the glasses are all right. They cover your eyes, but it's for a narrower head.
I can feel because
And a
those
smaller head.
wires, I have to really push them on.
Yeah.
They're like Harry Potter sunglasses, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's why we bought them, because
They are so cool.
they're probably dating to early 20th century, and with the green, they're very collectible. They'll sell. We've sold quite a number of these.
They will be round about that time, aren't they? First quarter of the
Yeah.
century. They're going to
I
be.
said before in another video, actually, if you see the blue ones, especially if you get the Victorian blue tinted, they're for a premium, aren't they? You find them at... Yes?
I was just wondering, maybe Thomas Shelby would come and model these for us.
Give him a ring, Tracy. I'm sure he will.
In my dreams.
Now, we've got some Harry Potters here, but unfortunately they're bust. So we can't do much of those. And to be honest, all of these in here are pretty knackered, really.
Oh, broken, but there was one.
There was one that's very brilliant
somebody had
magnification.
obviously quite
Poor eyesight.
bad eyesight, very poor eyesight.
I think it's these ones, and
Yeah,
Tracy's
they've
going
got a
to
very thick... I'm going to take out the glass that's broken.
use it as a magnifier.
We are forever losing loops and stuff, but the magnification on that pair is really good.
It's amazing, actually.
And much likely, is there a little hoop in, a little Yes, so
Loop.
I'll remove the broken glass. I can just sling those around my neck. Yeah,
They,
because
they
I'm
would
forever
have them
losing.
on a little chain just
Yeah.
hanging there on that
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit
forever
there.
losing loops and stuff. And to be honest, we have bought a few loops, and they're pretty naff. Some of them, aren't they?
Yeah.
If anyone's got any good recommendations for good loops.
So we bought a
Drop
box
us a
of glasses. Most of them are no good, but these little Harry Potter sunglasses, they'll be good. It's well worth buying the box for those.
I was just laughing because I was just thinking about my glasses in Hogwarts Legacy, the dragon ones.
Tracy's
They
got
are
this
so cool.
blooming game, Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts
She's
Legacy.
never off it.
I could just a little word out there to any Harry Potter fans. Just you have to get Hogwarts Legacy.
No, don't.
I've never played a game before in my life online, but I tell you, I'm having so much fun with this. It's just it's so cool.
Hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, well,
2
you did
o'clock
the
in the morning.
broomstick trial the other day, didn't you?
I had to go, yeah.
Yeah, and you did quite good on your time, didn't you? Anyway, we digress.
We digress. Let's get back to what we've got lastly today, I think. Old books. Now, we do sell old books online. But I've got a house full. We must have, I reckon I've got about 100 leather-bound books in the house to be processed and sorted, haven't we?
Yeah, they all have to be cleaned and done.
Cleaned. And this one here, Tracy, you're going to have to do a bit of work on this one. This is a very old book. It is... See,
it's nice. It's still got some colour to the marbled paper.
Yeah.
It's still got some nice cobwebs and dust on it too.
And it's very crispy. Needs all this leather working on. Let's just go to the front page. Here we go. I've got the information on my piece of paper there of who this person was. It's called a collection of gallant pieces in prose and verse. And this was...
So it's a poetry book, is it?
Yeah, it's poetry, basically. It's by this lady, Countess de la Suze. And she was 1618 to 1673. And this was first published in 1666. Now, this is, if you see down here, are you reading that? This is tome quatrième, so this is fourth edition.
Blimey.
Yeah.
So even, and how old is this one?
This is 17, let's have a look. Can you see the Roman numerals there? Are you getting them?
Yeah, but I can't.
No, I'll read them.
Go on then.
Getting a little lesson here. Didn't you learn Latin at Hogwarts? Anyway.
No, I was too busy learning the 3
all right.
spells you're not supposed to use.
Okay.
Much more useful.
M, 1000. D, 500. Then C and C. There, C's 100, so that's 17.
All right.
Then this is where it gets complicated with this Roman numerals. I'm pretty sure I'm correct.
So you don't know either then.
I'm pretty sure I'm right here. The L is 50. And when you have the X, which is 10 before the L, you take it goes to 40, so you take the 10 off. And that, I think, is a 1, isn't it?
So it'd be 41.
So it's looking at 1741. Nearly 300 years old. It's incredible, isn't it?
That's quite a late edition of that book then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, when I say late, not really, but...
I mean, it's in reasonable order. It obviously wants a bit of work, doesn't it? You've got to do a bit of work.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems that we have here in Normandy is because it's so wet that very often books get damp. And what happens is being damp is not good for books.
No.
And also then sometimes they're too dry. So either way, it's not good for
this
books.
wants the leather working on for sure. This is great, look. This is doodling. This is ancient doodling. Can you see that? I haven't got my glasses on, but you can see the writing. And it's that little face, that's a little face there, isn't it? Someone's been doodling and squiggling in this book. It's amazing, really. Fascinating. Oh, hang on, what have we got on here? That's some workings out, or numbers, I think, isn't it? That looks a bit more ink doodling there. Fascinating.
Yeah, we do often find doodling in books, don't we?
Yeah.
Often in pen as well.
Yes. Now, she was obviously was a published poet of her time, which is unusual for women, isn't it, to be in those times. They tended
It was
to.
very frowned upon, wasn't it? They often had to write
Well, who's the
under
famous
the
one
guise
in
of a male.
England? That's
George
Eliot.
Sands.
No, that's Chopin's Mrs.
Yeah.
George Eliot. George Eliot was a lady. Wrote
So
that.
was George Sands.
George Sands, yeah, that's true.
She was a lady,
Yeah,
and she
but maybe because she was from the aristocracy, that's why she was allowed to be published. Maybe, but
yeah. Well, maybe the same with George Sands.
yeah,
It's
yeah. Some more books here. A nice little one there. Look, this is fully leather bound. Fully leather bound, in beautiful condition. This one. I should have bought my glasses. Can you see what that says?
Status Synod.
Oh, synod. Yeah, I looked this one up. This is about the synod. That's religion, isn't it? So it's synod. The synod.
Oh.
That's the religious, isn't it? This is the statutes of the synod. So a religious book. Nice marbling there. Can you see that? Very fine marbling on this one. This one I think is actually dated. There we go. It's got the date there. Down the bottom. Not in
1863, is it?
1863.
Yeah, as later on they started to actually use numbers, didn't they, for dating the books?
Yeah, that's in actually very good condition, that book. And there was something I wanted to show. No, it's not that one. It's another one. Another book. Just whipping through a couple of books here. We normally sell them. We often sell them in threes, don't we? 3 books, especially the 19th century ones.
People like to use them for decoration, don't they?
Yeah.
For decor.
Decor,
They give a
yeah.
certain look, actually.
Leather-bound
nice.
books.
Some are really interesting. Some are religious texts, but occasionally, if we're lucky, we'll find novels or prose or something like that. And theatrical books, sometimes... Oh, have you got one there?
Yeah.
Sometimes we get the theatrical ones which have got a whole play in them, and they're really cool. I like those.
But often the old 17th, 18th century are religious, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
they are.
a lot of religious books. This is commentaries on Caesar.
Well, the other thing as well is who could afford books
Yeah.
in those days, you know?
Tome second. That's fun. That's unusual. French book, and it says second there. You'd think that would say tome deuxième. It's a second edition. Book on comments of Caesar. Again, that's in nice condition. Yeah, a little fully leather-bound book. Nice gilding on the spine. It's got a little bit of damage. Here's a tip for you with antique books. You never want to open them beyond, about that is the max, really. You don't ever take that front cover down further than that, because it can weaken the spine. So if you ever see people at posh libraries looking at very old books, they often have those...
They're in between two cushions at an angle, aren't they? Like a 90-degree angle.
So you don't open it too wide. But I absolutely love books. I think they're fabulous, and I've got so many in the house to do. Let's put them there. The last one today is this one. Tracy, you picked this one out, didn't you? Now this one is a little bit. It's got a bit of damage to the spine there.
Yes.
Now this is, again, I haven't got my glasses. A theatre. Theatric, yeah. Nice marbling on the inside. Let's have a look.
But by this time, that marbling, it's shiny, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't.
Shiny paper.
Get that open. Come on. There we go. Now this is plays. It's old plays, isn't it? This is a theatrical book of all old plays.
It'll be one, won't it?
All scripts.
Or
I think there's a few in here actually.
Right.
Yeah. This one isn't dated, but
well,
looking
at what the women are wearing generally.
I mean, that's going to be what, mid-Victorian, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gone beyond Elizabeth Bennet, hasn't it?
Oh God,
with the straight
Victorian
Regency sort of dress. This is a bit more.
I'd say it's going to look sort of about 30s, but I think the skirts were a little bit shorter in the 30s, but
30s.
1830s.
Well, that was still Regency Elizabeth Bennet time, wasn't it? Around that sort of time.
Well, Victorian's 37, isn't it?
Starts 37, yeah. I reckon that's mid-Victorian.
And the dresses changed.
Yeah. Another.
Well, there was a drastic difference in the 30s. The skirts came up a tiny bit and they went out.
Yeah. So there we are, a few old books. We must get these books sorted out. We need to give them a good bit of care, bring them back to life, and then we shall be selling them on our site. So that is it with our stock for this week. Hope you enjoyed our little video. We have some other little gardening videos online if you want to come and take a look. We sell our items on our Etsy shop, The Secret Chateau, and we have our own shop, thesecretchateau.com, which is for Europe. Hope you enjoyed our video. And what's been happening this week, Tracy? We've got our wood burner coming tomorrow.
Yes, hopefully, fingers crossed.
We've had a very, very long, cold winter, and our wood burner is being installed tomorrow. Yippee! I've got sunglasses, Hawaiian t-shirt, shorts and flip-flops ready. And that's just for the cat.
Yeah, don't bank on it.
Yeah. So
yeah, they'll be fighting then because they're both going to want a seat next to the orange.
Missy used to call it the orange, didn't she? She'd sit on the armchair next to look at the orange.
And then glare at us if we hadn't put it on.
Yeah, so she'll be chuffed.
She will be. She hasn't had her orange all winter, has she?
If they'll let me, I'll try and film a little bit of that going on tomorrow, so put it on next week's video. But yeah, it's been a long, cold winter in that house, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been colder this winter than the last few. So
yeah, typically, and it's supposed to warm up tomorrow.
that'll be right. Yeah, but it won't warm up straight away, will it?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because we can still open the windows.
Oh, we're gonna have that thing on in August, I reckon. Can make the most of it.
I'm certainly going to put it on early this year.
Get our money's worth out of it. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. That would really help us, and we'd appreciate that. And we will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.